Hello, my beautiful people. I hope you guys are fine. I'm going to share some really exciting news with you all today that will make you grin a lot, especially if you're an elderly person receiving payments or benefits like Social Security. Greetings and welcome to Wealth Boss, your go-to resource for the most recent information on Social Security and fourth stimulus checks specifically designed for American seniors, including those on SSI, SSDI, and VIA. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's get started. This coming Friday, May 19th, the good people at the IRS will be dumping a ton of fresh $2,000 stimulus checks straight into the bank accounts and mailboxes of millions of seniors across the country. You can already feel the excitement building. Get ready for a major financial windfall. I'm sure I can. It's like receiving a holiday gift early. Arriving in your lap just in time for the weekend, you'll be able to treat yourself to something nice, pay off some bills, or just splurge a little. After all, you earned this bonus money, so spend it however you damn well please. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, let me clarify who exactly is eligible for this brand new $2,000 in funding from Uncle Sam. If you earned any federal benefits in 2022, such as Social Security Retirement Disability, the requirements are quite simple. Ssdi, Supplemental Security Income. SSI, or Veterans Pension Payments, you're automatically eligible. But wait, there's more. Seniors over 65 who didn't receive those benefits the previous year can still receive stimulus funds as long as they file their 2022 tax return and their annual income was below $17,500 for single people or $335,000 for married couples. For current federal beneficiaries, the income cap is slightly higher at $75,000 for individuals and $135,000 for couples. Seniors with higher incomes who earn more than those criteria are the only people excluded from this celebration, along with anyone who chose not to file a tax return for 2022. No stimulus authorized, no return filed. IRS regulations at this point. You may be asking how precisely this $2,000 gain will end up in my avaricious hands. Prepare for a welcome sight in your bank account this Friday if you already have your direct deposit information on file with the IRS from a prior stimulus payment or your tax return. An automatic $2,000 deposit will be wired right into Easy Peasy for everyone else who is still receiving physical checks. Next week, the mailman will be working extra hours to deliver those $2,000 payments to you, so please keep a very careful check on your mailbox since you don't want this money to be misplaced or stolen. I am aware of what some of you may be considering. $2,000 is great, but considering all the bills I've been paying lately, it really isn't that much when compared to the extra money I've been spending on groceries, rent, utilities, and medical costs because of this terrible inflation we've been having. You're totally right to feel that way. The harsh reality is that during the past several years, the growing costs of almost everything have surely affected retirees and people living on limited disability incomes the most. Just take a look at some of these shocking facts. The nonprofit Senior Citizens League reports that the buying power and purchasing value of Social Security benefits have decreased by over 38% since 2021 due to compounding inflation. Put another way, this means that the typical $1,600 Social Security check no longer covers as much as it once did. Advocacy groups claim that about 25% of Social Security beneficiaries rely on those monthly payments for 90% or more of their income. Escalating costs for necessities such as food, shelter, healthcare, and utilities. Every month, millions of people must make difficult choices to pay their rent, eat nothing, or get medicine and pay their electric bills. Far too many seniors and disabled people in our country currently face a bleak reality. With 40% of households 60 and older having less than $25,000 in total retirement savings to fall back on, things could get even more desperate when that next emergency expense, like a car repair or medical bill, comes knocking. That's why these incoming $22,000 stimulus checks, while admittedly temporary relief, are so critically important for countless seniors and disabled Americans who are on the verge of financial disaster. This money could be the difference between being thrown into irreversible poverty and chaos. Of course, $2,000 won't solve all of their financial struggles caused by inflation, which is why both Democrats and Republicans agree. More permanent stimulus-style tax rebates, rental assistance paid directly to landlords, utility subsidies, tax credits to promote renewable energy, and tougher enforcement of corporate price gouging are among the policies being floated. However, political deadlock has so far prevented any significant progress on those fronts. In the meantime, we should rejoice that our most vulnerable citizens are now receiving this $2,000 lifeline after an excessively long wait. It might simply be momentary. While the $2,000 payment itself won't be considered taxable income on your federal return, states may choose to treat it as taxable, so be sure to check in with your state's latest guidelines closer to tax season in 24 months. Band-Aid, but for millions of people, it could mean the difference between cast ropey and staying afloat for at least a little while longer. Speaking of which, before you go rushing out to spend that $2,000 all in one place, secondly, the $2,000 stimulus is merely a nice bonus on the side. However, and this is a big but, the stimulus money is counted as income for the calendar year you receive it when it comes to maintaining eligibility for need-based programs. This means that whether you're on Social Security, SSDS, IVA pension, Medicaid, SNAP food stamps, etc., your eligibility and monthly payment amounts won't change at all. If your income or asset restrictions for benefits like SSI are exceeded by that $2,000 plus any additional money you made, you run the risk of partial or full cough until you are back below the threshold, thus seniors receiving any need centered. To prevent exceeding such caps, AID should give careful thought to discussing with benefits consultants the possibility of depleting or shifting some of their stimulus. The last thing you want is to lose essential benefits that you depend on. If you happen to owe money to the government for anything similar to past stimulus rounds, there's also the unpleasant chance that parts of your $2,000 check could get garnished and seized by the IRS before it ever reaches your hands. This new payment is fair game for automatic garnishment. According to the rules, married couples will only have debts seized from whichever spouse's stimulus the debt is attached to, not necessarily combining both spouses' debts against the full $4,000, which is a bit of good news at least. But still, debt experts are urging anyone who knows they have outstanding money owed to the government to be proactive now, contact service providers to negotiate payment plans or settlements. If you can, getting that debt reduced up front could mean keeping more of your precious $2,000 intact instead of the IRS surprising you with a garnishment you weren't prepared for. Those are just some of the finer details to keep in mind as these stimulus checks make their way into circulation over the next couple weeks. But overall, I really can't stress enough how crucial this money will be for so many seniors and disabled folks facing brutal financial hardship lately. Even if inflation does start cooling off, as the Fed predicts, we have to remember how many cumulative years of elevated prices have already blown apart carefully planned retirement funds and eroded the purchasing power of fixed-in comes to an almost devastating degree. If you find this video valuable, please like this video. Additionally, turn on the notification bell and subscribe to our channel for additional upcoming videos so you never miss an update on anything stimulus-related. Thanks for watching. Do like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, take care and stay financially savvy.